God speaks as you and me. God speaks as you and me. So God's going to tell you a little joke here again. I got three quick little jokes, okay? Okay, I have to start this way, okay? Why can't you borrow money from a leprechaun? Because they're always a little short. Okay, all right, they're corny, but they're funny, okay? Why don't you iron 4-leaf clovers? You don't want to press your luck. All right. This is the last one. Last one. I went out drinking on St. Patrick's Day, so I took a bus home. Now that may not be a big deal to you, but I've never driven a bus before. All right. All right. See, I had to do that. I had to do that because, see, I'll tell you what. Even God is in those jokes. That's right. God's there. What it does is, let me tell you about jokes. You know, in good, healthy, fun laughter raises our vibration. It does. It gets us close to God. You know, we meet God in laughter is what one old rabbi says. And he used to get the congregation. I love this story because what he used to do is every time he would get up, he would tell all these jokes, and everybody would just like be in the aisles laughing and laughing, and then really quickly he would stop and he would say, "Let's pray." Because see, what he said was that they were already in, you know, this field of energy where they were ready to meet God. And so it was that laughter that got him there. So it's not only this quiet meditational space that we meet God, but we meet God in that space of laughter. And to me, that just makes sense, and I love it. I love the whole idea of being able to, you know, find our joy within. Today we're talking about the Emerald City and what Jean Houston talks about the Emerald City. We kind of talked about what, you know, the metaphor is here. And I think what she's trying to say is that the Emerald City is within each and every one of us. It's that place where that joy is, you know, that laughter is, that place where we are connected, you know, that place where we create from when we're creating at our highest level. Lots of joy, lots of laughter. If you saw The Wizard of Oz, you know, when they get to the Emerald City, you know, they're singing away, you know, and ha ha ha, ho ho ho, you know, and it's just, well, I'm not going to do the song. But I actually watched The Wizard of Oz to kind of look at the Emerald City songs, and that's what it's about. They're, you know, you've got, like, they're stuffing they're serving each other, they're loving each other. They're stuffing the scarecrow when he's had this long journey. They're oiling the Tin Man. So they serve each other. You know, they're there for each other in the Emerald City. They're laughing, they're filled with joy. And that's what Jean Houston is trying to say, and that's our intention, is to be able to meet that place inside of us so that we can make that place outside, so that we can make a better place for all of us. You know, when we are in this state of joy and in this state of laughter, have you noticed that the minute you start to laugh, like hard, that you forget everything else, that you become very present? And that's part of the journey, is to become really present, to let go of everything else and just be. And see, that's what laughter does. That's what joy does to us. You know, it's a place where our lightness comes from. And in this place, see, and in this place is where we're able to meet God. And when we are able to walk and talk and be from this place, we are able to create from this place. We all know that we are creators. We are co-creators with God. And when we meet that place, we create on the physical level the kind of life that is filled with peace and harmony and love and all the things that we yearn for. And in this place, we go from the me, my soul's journey, my, to all of a sudden it's about us. It's about us meeting there. And that's what I think the Emerald City is really about, is going from the me to the we, to all of us. Your song kind of talked about that. It's my soul's choice. There's one prayer. And that prayer is that we are connected. That we are connected to something bigger. That we are connected with our magnificence. Because that's who we are. These magnificent, incredible beings. And in the Emerald City of our own heart, we connect there. And once we're connected, we go out into the world. You know, it's the same thing in the Bible. Seek ye first the kingdom of God. That's what it means. Seek ye first that Emerald City. Seek ye first that place, and all things else will be added unto you. You know, the good things of life will be added unto you after you have first filled yourself. First, you have entered the Emerald City. But see, the truth is that we have to go to our source before we can start going out serving the world. We don't have to, but it's a better plan. I'm thinking of when you go to the armory tonight, and I know you do this, Mike, you're a really good example of this. I think that if we can get filled with that incredible peace and love of who we are, you do a better job when you are serving the homeless over at the armory. And you do that. You go and you bring your uniqueness to that. See, I think there's always been this idea that we should each have a soul's journey, and we should be searching, what do I do with my life? You know, what is my soul's journey? And the truth is, the first thing to seek is the connection with God, and in that connection, you will be told what to do. Then you will know. It has to come first. And I think you know that first, like, you know who you are. You know that there's an incredible amount of magnificence in you. And then you go out and you serve. Each and every one of us in some way do that. That's how we serve. And I want to read this. Tagore is an 18th century Indian writer, and he has a quote that speaks to this so well. He says, "I slept and dreamt that life was joy. I awakened and life was service. I acted and service was joy." See? Service was joy. And I'm not talking about just going out and serving the homeless. I'm talking about being who you are uniquely, being this incredible light in the world just by talking to somebody else. And I'm looking at you guys, and you're such an example of this. You know, you see each other and you shine your lights to each other. That's what he's talking about. Service is joy. Service is joy. You are joyful when you speak to each other, and then you in turn raise your vibration, and that person raises their vibration, and the whole world raises their vibration. That's how we change the world. You know, we don't go out with an attitude, I gotta go do this tonight. I don't wanna go do this tonight. You know, you might as well not go, right? That's the way that I think it's important. I think that we need to be there when we're there, and be there with love. You know, I think that's so important. Bringing soulfulness to what we do. Bringing soulfulness to what we do is what each of us do here. And we join together in this sacred space when we can do it. And we do it by breathing, by taking a deep breath. We do it in meditation all the time. There is a word that I just found, and I love it. You know, it's so funny. The English language doesn't have the same words that some of these other languages do, where there's one little word and it means so much. And this word is called Ubuntu, Ubuntu, and it's from South Africa. And I want to talk about that word because we so embody this as a community, and I see it in you so much. And it's kind of hard to talk about because there's so many different things that it is. But Desmond Tutu introduced Mandela at it at his inaugural address, and what he said was that he embodied the essence of Ubuntu. I'm not even saying it right. It's probably I think it's Ubuntu. Remember that, Ubuntu. Okay, so it's a worldview or a philosophy that enables community around you. That enables community around you. And what it says is, I am what I am because of who you are. That's the essence of it. And you can see this right here. I just love this little picture here because what that is an anthropologist took this picture, and then here's what she wrote about it, and this kind of says what Ubuntu is. She proposed a game to children in an African tribe. She put a basket of full fruit near a tree and told the children that whoever gets there first gets the sweets, the basket. And she told them to run. And you know what they did? They all took their hands together and they ran together. Ran, and then they all enjoyed their treats together. And when they were asked why they, ran like that, here's what they said. They said, Ubuntu. How can one of us be happy if the other ones are sad? Now, is that like cool? That's the culture. That's the culture of this community. I am because you are. And that's what I'm talking about. Embodying something like that. Embodying this whole idea of all of us, that we're serving each other. That's how we evolve. That's how we grow as a community. And when we grow as a community, we grow others out there. When it becomes so much more about all of us and not just me, right? That we fill up within and then we share it with each other and we become community. We become we fill with God. Is that the cutest picture you've ever seen? I just love that. I think that is so cute. So what Ubuntu is it's an interconnectedness. It's when you are open and available to others. When you are greater because someone else is greater. You are greater because someone else is greater. It's called in Buddhism sympathetic joy. When you are happy because somebody else has succeeded. You know, there's not a jealousy there. It's the essence of being human. It's what humanity is about. And as we evolve, hopefully that's who we'll be about. And I see it here so much. You know, it's so neat to be able to see you guys, you know, the way you interact in the world and the way that somebody else comes before you. You know, there's tons of examples, but you're known for your generosity. You're known for your generosity when you have Ubuntu. When you do well, it spreads out to all of humanity. You know, I'm looking up at Express Divinity and Embrace Humanity, and that's exactly what it is. It's embracing who we are and then loving each other. Loving each other. And that's why, you know, when we take this, we create this sacred space with Ubuntu. And I'm thinking about the party, you know, we're having like you know, I mean, just a crazy little party. But what it is it's an expression of love when you guys bring your food and we join together. It's about creating sacred space. We can do that in our own lives. I think that's kind of what the call here is to look at your life and see where you can bring this idea to your families, to your friends, you know, of the sacred celebration of life, of seeing the kindness, of seeing the generosity, of seeing the love and wisdom in other people. You know, being able to reach out to each other and to feel it. And I'm thinking about every celebration. You know, I laugh because I had friends with my husband, and he used to have these crazy celebrations. He loved life. He was just this big, he loved it too much. His celebrations were pretty crazy. But what I'm saying is there was this piece of him, and he embodies this a lot too, because every St. Patrick's Day, our house was like green, all green. You know, we had everything hung up. You know, we had corned beef and cabbage, we had green beer, too much green beer, but we had, you know, green everything, and there was a piece of him that all the neighbors, come in, you know, he wanted to share a piece of him. You know, Valentine's Day, the same thing, our house was pink, you know, it was like, you know, that way, and that's what this whole idea of celebration is, you know, of celebration of sacred space. You know, it's not just about me, I'm not going to just be by myself celebrating my own little life. I'm going to reach out, I'm going to give, I'm going to love, you know, because we're in this together, we're so connected. We are a piece of the whole. And I think we forget that sometimes. I think we do our lives, you know, we go about and we kind of, you know, look at our own little problems. And when we realize, you know, that there is such a big world out there and that we are so connected, you know, that's what Indra's net is about, that when one little jewel on the net shakes, all of them shake. That's the metaphor. And that's what we do. You know, when one of us feels bad, we feel bad. You know, that's what humanity is about. And that's the call. I think that's mainly what I'm trying to get across today, is that life is such a blessing, you know, and that each of us have this opportunity to go beyond ourselves. You know, to get out of our own idea and go beyond, to reach each other, to be connected. To ask, how can I serve? How can I use my unique gifts in the world? And what if you don't know what your unique gift is? Go inside. Because that's the first way you know, is to be able to get connected to that joy, that laughter, that connection inside. And your gifts will be given to you. And then you take them out and you share them with the world. That's how you make your life sacred. That's how you make all life sacred. By just being who you are. Being who you are. Not even doing. Not doing, but by being this incredible being that you are. So my prayer is that we lighten up, that we connect with each other, that we go beyond the boundaries of just me to the boundaries of no boundaries. How about that? No boundaries. Thank you.